What did you hear in the briefing?
Yeah, first of all, I'm not going to talk about anything that was classified there, so no operational. You know, this was an outstanding coordinated effort by from the intelligence community, you know, to our men and women in uniform. Only the United States can pull this off, and you know, this is something that should have taken place probably in a previous administration, but only President Trump had the backbone to pull it off, to pull out an indicted illegitimate president that was holding Venezuela hostage, and so glad this took place.
Are you worried about Rubio supposedly told
Sorry, let me go here first.
Are you worried about what's happened with an oil tanker this morning and the Russian response?
No, absolutely not. You know, we're going to control our Western Hemisphere. This is the emphasis that President Trump has put in it. There is not going to be any oil coming in or out of Venezuela without our approval. Yes.
Senator Mullin.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask about the reporting that we saw that Secretary Rubio had told lawmakers that President Trump wants to purchase Greenland. Can you tell us anything about that at all?
We didn't talk about that in this meeting. I'll keep our. There was no mention of Greenland.
Senator Mullin, can you talk about the plan going forward? Do you feel confident that the administration has the necessary plan in place for what could happen after Maduro's?
Absolutely. This was a coordinated effort with months of planning, understanding the contingency plans, the main plan, what happens going in to bring Maduro and his wife to justice, and then what happens with Venezuela moving forward. What we want to do is give the best opportunity for the Venezuelan people to take back their country and put it back in the democracy that they lost 25 years ago. And there is a full plan, full effort. If any Democrat comes to this mic and tells you anything different, obviously I'm not going to get in the details, but they are absolutely lying about it because there was a full, complete brief. I would say probably one of the best briefs I've ever received since I've been in Congress.
Do you think there could be elections there soon, and how soon could they be?
You know, I think that'll take some time because the infrastructure hasn't been in place for 25 years, but that's ultimately our goal.
You don't see Rodriguez in power.
Let me go here. Let me go here and I'll get to you next.
Regime in power?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Was it worth risking U.S. troops' lives to keep Maduro's vice president in power?
Well, look, our men and women that are in this line of work, this is what they sign up to do. This is what they train to do. This is why we have the best military and the best intelligence community in the world. They thrive to do this kind of work. What we did is we brought an illegitimate president out of Maduro or out of Venezuela, brought him to the United States to hold him accountable for the men and women he's killed on our streets by poisoning them. So it was well worth it. What happens next with the government? You know, we're going to let the Venezuelan people choose that. Yes.
Senator, did you hear anything that would give you an indication that American boots on the ground might be necessary if there are reports of violence sporadically?
There is no boots on the ground right now, and but let me tell you, we have contingency plans all around the world just in case something does happen. I'm not speaking specifically to any plan, but I'm just saying that's what we do. We always have contingency plans to keep the American interest and our country safe. And so what I just reiterate this. The president and this administration is putting a heavy emphasis on the Western Hemisphere. For 25 years, we have focused elsewhere. We are now focused on our backyard, and we should be. Yes, ma'am.
Was Cuba discussed at all in the briefing, and what comes next for Cuba?
The only thing that Cuba was not addressed, the only thing was talked about was the Cuban security force that was in ground and what happened when they tried to engage with our men and women, which didn't end up very well for them.
So is the seizing of this Russian-flagged ship a direct challenge to Vladimir Putin?
Well, I would say that they claimed it was their ship. That's all I'm going to say. They claimed it was their ship, but obviously they didn't engage because there's a little bit of gravity that put take place.
How might this be interpreted?
It's not. We had made it very clear that there was no oil going in and out. This is our hemisphere, not Russia's. If they're going to operate here, we'll know they're operating here, and they will not call our bluff. We will stand up strong to them.
It's not just your hemisphere, though, is it?
Well, it's the Western Hemisphere, and there's no Army or Navy that's going to protect it better than we will. We're protecting our interests. Russia is not going to operate here open and freely, period.
I understand that.
Yes.
What is your view on Greenland?
That wasn't discussed. Greenland, as I already discussed, I think you made the answer. That wasn't discussed.
What do you think should happen to
That's not what this. That was not what this briefing's about. That's not what I'm going to be talking about. Yes. Go ahead. Go back. You got a question? I thought I heard you. Yes. Go ahead.
Is there a clear plan regarding the
That wasn't discussed, and I don't think we want to sever ties with them. I mean, Russia, we've already pretty much put them in a whole sanction. China, we want to have a relationship. We want to have a relationship with China too, or with Russia too, but we're not going to allow China and Russia to back illegitimate regimes that are a criminal organization.
Was Nicaragua discussed?
That wasn't discussed. Wasn't discussed.
Did they say if the goal is the goal of this larger strategy? Did they say it to take out the shadow fleet out of operation, or is it just to stop oil leaving?
Well, we've already made the shadow fleet a point of interest. That wasn't discussed in this meeting, but we have made it very clear that the shadow fleet is not going to be operating in our backyard.
So what's the broader strategy? What did they say what is the goal?
The goal is to bring stability to Venezuela and allow Venezuela to be a democracy again. Any oil that we have that we've seized and any oil that we bring in will be used directly for the Venezuela people. It will not go into our treasury. Yes. That'll depend on what's taking place, but I don't think that at this point it's going to be necessary. I don't, it depends on what we're doing. If we're going to an act of war, yes. If we're bringing a stabilizing force, I think the AUMF that's in place will probably be able to be sufficient.
Do you describe this as regime change?
No. What we did is we took out an illegitimate president. He was never duly elected. So there can't be a regime change if he should have never been put in place to begin with.
Was his vice president duly elected?
I don't know how their elections happened. I don't know if they're on the same ticket or separate. I don't know how that works, but I know if we were interested in having a full regime change, if we were interested in taking over Venezuela, we would have left our force in place. We had control of what we wanted to. We were there as a law enforcement, and the military was backing up law enforcement to bring a guy who was indicted almost 6 years ago to justice in the United States for killing people on our own streets by poison that he allows to come out of his country.
Was Nicaragua discussed?
It's not ours. We're holding it for the Venezuela people. We're not taking it. We're not going to deposit it. We're going to use it for the Venezuela people. It's not ours. Absolutely, we will not be using it. Not $1 will come in to our treasury. It'll be used for the Venezuela people. We are not interested in stealing their oil, taking their oil, anything. If we go in and we partner with them, and we have a partnership like we did a long time ago. I mean, think about Chevron. Right? We've had partnerships with Venezuela way before Maduro and his dictatorship or the previous dictatorship came in place. So this isn't, as far as partnerships with American companies, countries all around the world want to partner with American technology because we have the resources, we have the ability to do that. I just came back from the Middle East. I went to 3 countries over there. All 3 countries are wanting to partner with American oil companies because no one does it better and more efficient than us. So if businesses happen in Venezuela, we would love to have that business relationship. It'll all be about supporting the Venezuela people and allow Venezuela to become that example they used to be 25 years ago.
Was Nicaragua discussed in the briefing?
Do what?
President Trump appears to be saying that the U.S. has the right to the oil.
I don't know. You say appears. I can't answer a question on hypothetical questions or what he says it. What he says is that the oil will be used for the Venezuela people. He said that very clear. He's made that very clear. That we've also said that there isn't going to be any sanctioned oil that's going to be feeding China's economy or feeding Cuba's economy. We're not going to allow that to happen. Any oil we get will be taken and be sold on the open market to the people that want the oil to be paying for it on in a legal basis. Anything? Yes. Well, she's not a friend of ours. She's made it very clear she's not a friend of ours, but it's a trust but verify. All right, guys?
Was
anything
Nicaragua
else?
Discussed?
Do what?
Was Nicaragua discussed?
No, it was not discussed. All right, I'm going to go. See you guys. He's too tall for me to stand by.
Right. How long was he here? Like 20 minutes?
Is there a plan going forward for Venezuela?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, well, first,